Hi, I'm with Badger Basket, here to go through the assembly instructions for the Majesty Baby Bassinet. Before we get started, make sure you look at all the pieces included. If you're missing anything or have any damaged parts, please contact Badger Basket as shown at the end of the instructional video. Now this instructional video goes through all the important steps of putting together this bassinet. Make sure to follow these closely as this goes right to the importance of how safe your baby will be in these bassinets. Also, these bassinets come in multiple colors, so the assembly will be the same. So let's get started. For step 1, you need 2 of part A, the legs, and part E, the body. For this step, what we're going to be doing is attaching the legs to the body. First, on the body, we're going to fold out these legs here. And then what we're going to be doing is attaching the legs into these posts here. Now when looking at the legs, you are going to see that they bend. Now it's very important that you attach going the long way of the body with these legs angled outwards. So when looking at the body, they should be going outwards. Now there's also some pins here that are held into place. We're going to put these legs into each one. We're going to push in these metal pins and we're going to push down on both sides until we see those metal pins come through this hole here. That's when we know that this piece is pushed down securely into place. All right, so both of these have gone through. So now we know that this leg is firmly and securely put into place. Again, bowing outward. We're going to repeat the same thing on this side. Again, making sure that this is going outward. We're going to put these on each side here, pushing in this metal pin. Pushing all the way down until you see the pins on both sides. Now a neat feature about these legs is that you either can keep them as is, which will give the rocking appearance or the rocking feature of the bassinet. If you decide that you want to use the wheels, what you would do is you're going to simply pull out, you're going to turn them around and push them back in. Now it's extremely important that these get pushed securely back in around these locking posts. This is what's going to keep them from flipping back the other way. So now if you do that on all 4 legs, then you have the use of the wheels where you can then move the bassinet around. Again, pulling these out, spinning them around, and making sure that they go all the way back in, locking these securely around those posts. For step 2, you need part G, the basket. So next we're going to be putting the basket onto this body that we already have put into place. Now when looking at the basket, you're going to see these mesh sides. You're going to want those facing upward, so the basket will be held into place like this. Now around the sides here, you'll see these plastic snaps. These need to go around this bottom bar and then snap together. So we're going to put this side here around this bar and then we're going to snap them. Now there should be 3 snaps on each side that you need to secure into place. And then you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So we'll turn it around. Now it's going to be a little bit more snug coming back this way, but this is what's going to hold that basket nicely into place. So we'll get all 3 snapped. And then you are all set with the basket. For step 3, you need part L, the liner / skirt. Now for this step, what we're going to be doing is putting the liner and skirt onto the body. Now this part is extremely important that you follow my instructions I'm about to show you, just for the safety of your child. This is making sure that this liner is held into place so that when your baby is laid inside, that it stays securely held into place attached to the body. So first, when looking at the skirt, you're going to see one spot that'll have this slot in the material. Now make sure you find this piece because this hole here needs to coordinate with the canopy post that is on one of the legs. So we're going to make sure when putting on this skirt that this hole will line up with this canopy post. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drape this whole skirt over the whole body here. Like so. So then what we're going to do, again, making sure that this hole is lined up with this canopy post, we're going to flip up the skirt here, just along this long side here, and you're going to see some zippers that are along this underside of the skirt. Now this is the most important part in making sure that this skirt and this liner is held securely to the bottom, the body of the frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep all of this foam on the body so that this zipper, it has a nice tight hold around the frame. I just want to reiterate the importance of making sure that you have this zipper correctly put into place for your child's safety. Now if you don't have this zipped properly, even with the board in the base of the bassinet, the weight of the baby could cause this to go down and your baby could fall, potentially making a very dangerous situation. So I just want to go through how to properly zip all of these zippers going around this bassinet to make sure that it's safe. So when you're putting the zipper together, make sure that you insert the pin fully into the retaining box prior to pulling the zipper shut. You want to make sure you do this on all 4 of the zippers so that they're fully inserted into place and cannot pull apart. So this metal pin here has to go fully into this metal retaining box you see here. In the case that you don't put it all the way in and you just go partly in and you start to zip the zipper, you can actually pull this pin right apart and the zipper will come apart with any weight put into the bassinet. So what you need to do is you need to put this metal pin all the way down so it goes as far as it can this way. Then you can zip it so that this is securely held into place. So now there should be a zipper in between each of these leg posts. So we're going to zip this one to show you here, making sure again that this skirt and this liner go around this post here. So wrapping around there, zipping it all the way from leg to leg. So then what we're going to do is we're going to turn the whole body here where you're going to see the next zipper. Again, going in between leg to leg. So we're going to wrap this zipper around this foam padding and we're going to zip it all the way. And they might be a little bit snug, but that's what's going to give it a secure hold. And the next zipper, again, between leg to leg, going around this foam here. And zipping it the whole length. And the last one, making it a total of 4 zippers. And get that one securely held into place. Now after you have all 4 zippers zipped, make sure you go around and you visually inspect all of the zippers. Make sure that they look secure and all of them are completely zipped and held into place. Over time, also make sure that you're periodically checking these zippers just to make sure that they're not loosening up and just need to be tightened or re-zipped. For step 4, you need part J, the bottom. For this step, what we're going to be doing is putting the bottom into the bassinet. So first what we're going to do is pull out this skirt so that we can see the bottom of the liner. Now in the bottom of the liner, you're going to see 4 slits in the material that are going to line up with this bar here. That's where this hooks on the underside of this bottom board are going to be hooking onto so that it's securely held into place. So now looking at these hooks on the bottom here, you're going to see that they're open to one side. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get it lined up to each of these posts, and then we're going to have to rock it forward so that the bars go into these hooks. So first, I'm going to put down this bottom with the hooks going down, and I'm going to first make sure I can get all of these hooks to go through each of the slots in the material. So I'm going to put this board here in the bottom. And make sure that I get them through the material in all 4 spots. Now this step is a great step if you have somebody that's able to help you. You can have one person pushing down on the board and rocking it forward while the next person is helping to assist to make sure that all 4 of those hooks get put onto those bars in each of the 4 locations. Okay. So next what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of hold this bassinet down. I'm going to try to apply pressure in all 4 of the corners while rocking it forward to get those hooks to hook onto each 4 of those locations on those bars. So we're going to push down and we're going to pop it forward. Now what's really important is that you check to make sure all 4 of those hooked onto the poles. So we're going to look at the bottom here, and we're going to see that all 4 of these did go onto those bars. Now in the case that you are missing 1 or 2 that did not hook on, you need to pull the bottom back and you need to start over. You need to make sure you have all 4 securely held into place so that you know this bottom is safe for your baby. For step 5, you need part H, the vinyl foam pad, and part I, the fitted sheet. For this step, what we're going to be doing is putting the fitted sheet onto the mattress pad. When looking at the fitted sheet, you'll notice that it has this strap here. The strap needs to go around the mattress pad. So I'm going to first put this strap around the mattress pad, and then I'm going to put the fitted sheet around the whole pad itself. Make sure that it's around all edges of the mattress pad, and then on the back side you should see this strap, which is going to help hold this fitted sheet into place. Then we're going to place this at the bottom of the bassinet so that the baby has a nice mattress pad to lie on. For part 6, you need part D, the lower canopy pole, you need part C, the upper canopy pole, and you need part B, the canopy hoop. Next, we're going to be putting the canopy lower pole onto the bassinet itself. Now the lower canopy pole has this canopy end here that needs to go through this slit in the material. Now remember, if you lined up this slit in the material to that canopy post, that's where this canopy pole is going to be going through. So first, let's put this pole piece through the material. I'll lift up the skirt so we can see what we're doing here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this larger piece here onto this canopy post. Now it should just slide right down onto it if you have it flush, and make sure you push it all the way down so that the bottom of this canopy pole is flush with the canopy post and it can't come off. Then what we'll do is we'll lower the skirt down so that you just see the canopy post. Then we're going to take on the upper canopy pole and we're going to put this onto the lower canopy pole. I'm going to turn this around here because you're going to see on this side that there's a hole which is going to align with this pin on the upper canopy post. So we're going to push this metal pin here and we're going to push until it goes through and you can physically see that metal pin so that you know this is securely held into place. The last thing you're going to do is put the canopy hoop on the top. Now the canopy hoop also has this metal pin which is going to be going into this upper canopy pole. Now the hole is on the underside, so you're going to want this metal pin to be facing downward. So you're going to push this in and you're going to make sure that you have it completely put in by making sure that you see that middle pin pop through that hole. If you need to, you might have to kind of wiggle around until you know that you've gotten that pin through that hole. So make sure you see that metal pin pop through that hole to make sure that this hoop is securely held into place. For step 7, you need part F, the canopy. So now what we're going to be doing is putting the canopy over this hoop of the canopy pole. So what we're going to want is we're going to want the opening to the rounded side of the canopy hoop. This way it kind of fits nicely over the whole canopy. Now when you're looking at the underside, there's these Velcro loops that you're going to see. There should be 3 of them. What you need to do is wrap them around the canopy hoop and Velcro them so that this canopy is held onto the loop securely. So 1 is in the front, and then there will be 2 at each of these back corners. So we're going to Velcro both of these. And then you can drape the canopy over the bassinet. If your bassinet comes with a decorative ribbon, what we're going to do is we're going to put the ribbon starting from the front in through these hoops that go around the whole top of the bassinet. So we'll start here, and I'm going to work my way around until I come back full circle again to the front. Once you've completed all the assembly instructions, make sure you do a final inspection of the bassinet. We want to make sure that this is safe for your child. For example, make sure when you push down on the bottom here against this liner or the bottom liner around this bottom board, make sure that this liner does not move or the skirt doesn't climb up. If at any point this liner and you are able to push the liner down, something may be wrong with one of the zippers, so you need to check your zippers to make sure those are correctly put into place. Also inspect the legs, making sure all of the metal pins are pushed through securely into their holes. We want to make sure that this is safe for your child, so if you have any questions or concerns about it, make sure to contact Badger Basket as shown at the end of the instructional video. And that concludes the assembly for the Majesty Baby Bassinet. Remember to do those periodic checks on the bassinet to make sure nothing's loosened or broken over time. And also remember, if you have any questions or concerns, to contact Badger Basket as shown in the next clip. Badger Basket thanks you for watching and enjoy.